Hello everyone and welcome back to PAX and Recreation. And you know what time it is furry time, because we're going into Bloomburrow. So, yep, a little bit late to the party. I actually did manage to play this on time. Then I had some personal issues and the video started late. But we still have to open one for the camera for documentation purposes and for me to feel like my life is not worthless. So basically, basic pre-release, same format, nothing changed, but this time we have cutesy-dootsy animals, because that's the theme of Bloomburrow. In case you are new to this, which I doubt it, but Bloomburrow is likely one of the best sets in years for Magic the Gathering, both in terms of gameplay and visuals. A tale of paws and claws, see? So, the lush wilderness of Bloomburrow is home to tall tales and tiny heroes. Wielding spell and steel, a brave band of animals sets out to uncover the secrets of the valley. Adventure awaits behind every leaf. So, a very nice and beautiful art, which is kind of the theme with Bloomburrow, and you have these mini dividers that, you know, to this day, still not exactly clear like what we're supposed to do with them. I actually kind of like these. That is the same image as in the back, but this time with the logos and the characters and without them. Kind of cool. And in the back, well, you know, the Planeswalker symbol, but with bees and flowers and all that stuff. Which, mind you, I really love when they do this. I know it's kind of a stupid thing, like no one cares, but I actually do care a lot. I actually like this a lot. Like, this is cool and all, this is like the symbol, but I love when they do these variants. So there is that, and then counters. We have a bunch of +1/+1 counters, the good old, and I never know exactly what these counters are for. I guess Summoning Sickness, then Death Touch, +1/+1s again on both sides, which is kind of me. Death Touch and Summoning Sickness. So not bad, you know. And besides that, this is just weak cardboard. So the kind that is almost paper. So nothing too crazy here, but I do like the aesthetic. I do like the thing. This is the box. The box is very beautiful, as is everything in this set. So this is kind of the thing, you know, that meme about like muscular men and liking like pretty things. Well, this is pretty much Bloomburrow. Like every Magic the Gathering player that can call themselves that, right? So this is the typical pre-release die. In black, in this case, we got red in this one, but you can get one of the 5 colors. So white, black, blue, green, red. Mind you, white is more yellow technically, and black is more purple, but you already know that. And you know, the normal size. Don't to get it confused with an Assassin's Creed die, because that's a different thing. So there goes the die, and you get the usuals pre-release. By the way, if you are seeing this video and you're actually into Magic the Gathering, you already know how this works, and you're already like far into this. You already played the pre-release, yada yada. So we are here only for the opening. Oh, nice divider. And in case you are not, you can still buy this from some stores if they have excess stock. That's kind of what I do sometimes, and I do it even more now with the play boosters, because I feel like the value is stronger that way, right? So you buy like 2 of these, play at home with someone that you like, and just do like a couple of, you know, decks, or you buy 4, play with some friends. You know, it's not a bad way of spending a Friday night. And then the archetypes, which in this case are actually types of animals, right? So bird folk, rat folk, lizard folk, etc., etc., etc. So this is one of the things that get people excited about Bloomburrow, because it kind of smells not like Team Spirit, but it kind of smells like a Ravnica to a degree, but it's like furry Ravnica. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yes, you have the guilds, but the guilds are animals. Ooh, Darkstar Augur. So for 2 and 1 black is a Bat Warlock that has Offspring, which is a new mechanic. You pay whatever the offspring cost is, and as you cast this spell, and if you do, When this creature enters, you create a 1/1 copy of it, which, you know, is like, oh, it's a 1/1. Yeah, but it has the same ability. And that's where the value is. Flying, and at the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. You lose life equal to its mana value. Not bad. And a code from Magic Arena that you can use if you want, because I already used mine in the actual pre-release that I actually played. So, let's put this in black, and let's start opening the boosters. So nothing too crazy here. This is more like my impressions on Bloomburrow kind of thing as we open this. So Bloomburrow is one of those sets. I think I'm this close to say that it's going to be the best set of the year, if it wasn't for the fact that I am actually very, very unreasonably excited for Duskmourn. But that's just me. And mind you, it's weird that I am excited for Duskmourn more than anything else, considering that we had a Ravnica set, we had a Cowboys, well, the Cowboys one, well, that one is up for debate, but we had a Cowboy set, a Ravnica set that was actually not really Ravnica, that was like a Clue or Cluedo set, so whatever, and we had an Assassin's Creed set, or mini set, or mid-size set. You can see all that in our channel because I open all that stuff. We had an Assassin's Creed one. We had Fallout Commander decks, and mind you, I am a gamer. Before I even was a cardboard gamer, I still am mostly a video gamer. So you will assume I will be more excited for Fallout. Ooh, Beza, the Bounding Spring. I will be more excited for the video game tie-ins and stuff like that. But actually, no. It was Bloomburrow and Duskmourn. Let's see what Beza does. So Beza, 2/2 white for 5. When Beza, the Bounding Spring, enters, create a treasure token. If an opponent controls more lands than you gain 4 life. If an opponent has more life than you, create 2 1/1 blue fish creatures. Blue fish creature tokens if an opponent creates more creatures than you, controls more creatures than you, and draw a card if an opponent has more cards in hand than you. So this is the great equalizer kind of thing. The planes, one thing that you will realize as we open this and we open more boosters and more stuff in the channel, is that I actually like this a lot. All the lands, or most of them, except for the bundle ones, are full art lands, and the full art lands are based on seasons. So you have all 4 seasons for all 5 colors, right? So in this case, this is a Summer Plains, I think, or maybe it's a summer, right? I don't know. Well, the easy ones to tell are autumn and winter, because if you have the 4 in front of you, you can tell, but if you don't have the 4 in front of you, it's just a matter of memory. So why is people going crazy over this set, in my opinion? Well, there are multiple things here, right? Like, for one, people are getting sick and tired of edginess and just crazy stuff in Magic the Gathering, you know, like, I mean, I like cowboys. I don't know if I want all my characters as a cowboy and, you know, all that sort of that stuff. And this is like a new plane where everyone is an animal, and when you enter that plane, you become an animal as well. And the story is not that bad, right? It's kind of whimsical and all that. And from a strategical perspective for Wizards, I think this is actually pretty good. Now, I am conflicted because, well, I am very conflicted with the current Wizards of the Coast. Like, I can't root for them. They make it very difficult for me because it feels like you're rooting for the bad guys. Ooh, Zerlin Cosmos Collar. Bad Cleric. Flying Vigilance. Whenever a bad you control attacks, you gain 1 life. And whenever Zerlin enters or attacks, you may pay 1 white and 1 black, so Ors of. And 2 life. When you do, return target non-land permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter. In case you don't remember, that means that when it dies, then it gets exiled. You can bring it back. So this is a forest in autumn, right? And yeah, you always have an animal walking, a character walking, and the Gitrog monster. Yep. So not bad. So we kind of are tired of like edginess. This looks very good. Mechanically, just hits the spot. Visually, it's like fresh. you know, it's like enough of like edgy stuff for the sake of edgy. A lot of people just like silly stuff for Commander, mostly because that's what everyone plays. And from a marketing perspective, this is a genius move. I don't know if those are the intentions of Wizards, but you know, it's certainly very smart because they hit like 3 spots with this. Like they can get into Pokemon territory with this because, you know, this is very easy to advertise to a kid. That's why they release a beginner's kit or a starter's kit of Bloomburrow, because it's like, you know, same as Assassin's Creed is, because those are bait for new players, right? Ooh, Essence Channeler. And with that in mind, you can, you know, just bring more people into the game, hook people into the game, people that likely won't buy Magic because Magic is the game for grown-ups. As I commented multiple times in this channel, when I was younger, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! And I played Pokemon, but I always was like, Magic looks cool, but it looks like a game for grown-ups, right? So with cards like these, and it's not because, you know, it's like, oh, silly animals is for kids. It's like, no, but it visually is in a style that is more easy to appeal to like non-players and non-edgelords, pretty much, which I think is only going to hit double or triple next year. You know, this year with Foundations, and then next year with the Marvel set and the Final Fantasy. Well, Final Fantasy set is more for weebs, to be honest. But the Marvel set, when the Marvel sets start hitting, this thing is going to fly off the shelves because people are going to be like, yay, that's cool. Even if they don't care, at least the Marvel characters will be the entry point. Season of Loss. For 3 and 2 black, choose up to 5 paws worth of modes. You may choose the same mode more than once. For 1, each player sacrifices a creature. For 2, draw a card for each creature you control that died this turn. And for 3, each opponent loses X life, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Not bad. And 2 seasons. Season of Loss for black and Season of the Bold in White Art. So 2 mythics in the same booster. That's great. So 3 and 2 black. Same logic, right? So you have 5 paws. You have to choose the amount. You can choose the same more than once. Create a tapped treasure token. Exile the top 2 cards of your library until the end of the next turn. You may play them. And for 3, until the end of your next turn, whenever you cast a spell, Season of the Bold deals 2 damage up to 1 target creature. So not bad at all. And then a mountain, which I don't know which season this is, and a gate, assaulting foil, and food. So I think that this enters, you know, enemy territory. It enters the Pokemon territory and so on. I think that's cool. And I also think that it's just, you know, it's fresh, like new play, new stuff. Not stop with the craziness of like Kellyanne, the son of Oko, and Kellan, or whatever the name was. Like, no one cares about that dude. Like, it's like a fresh start, cool stuff. Like, yes, Jace is an otter now. Sorry, Jace is a fox. Jace is a fox now. Haha, that's cool. But, you know, for once, it just looks cool, looks friendly, looks nice. And the mechanics are just there, right? And even the Commander decks, which we are going to review, they just hit the spot, right? So this will be my most anticipated and, you know, the set that I was more excited about in the entire year, if it wasn't because of Duskmourn. And there's a reason for that. I don't believe that Duskmourn is going to be a better set than Bloomburrow. I think that Bloomburrow is going to be the better set of the year, and everyone is going to agree with me. And I think that's a consensus pretty much already. Like, no one expects anything from Duskmourn. But as a person that loves horror movies and horror concepts and creepypastas and all that stuff, right? The concept of Duskmourn is one that appeals to me a lot. The concept of the plane is kind of stupid, to be honest. Like, the plane is an entire house. Like, to be honest, Ravnica already seemed like a stretch. It's like, oh, the plane is a city. It's like, well, is it a city if you have like the forest around it where the Gruul live and all that? Like, you know, it's kind of a plane. It's like, yeah, but it's an infinite plane because the city keeps expanding. It's like, yeah, sure. But, you know, it's interesting enough. Like, we will allow it. But with Duskborn, unless I'm missing something very important, the concept here is the entire plane is a haunted house, which, it could be a haunted house on Innistrad, for example, but I get it that, we don't want to go to Innistrad again because we're going to do Innistrad Remastered on January. So I guess that's the logic here. But nonetheless, I'm very excited. But I know for a fact it's not going to be as good as Bloomburrow. Bloomburrow just hits the spot, you know what I mean? Valley Flood Color, not bad. A Summer Mountain, I guess. Or Spring, I don't know. Brambleguard Veteran, and actually this is a land. What am I doing with my life? And a Rabbit Token. See, this is beautiful, and that's pretty much it. This is the pre-release. As usual, you go to the pre-releases if you have someone to play with. If you don't, or you have like social anxiety or something, I do recommend to reach out to the local game store and buy a pre-release kit, or just to enjoy it on your own. But the actual magic of it is to play with people. I will recommend that you try and go outside of your comfort zone and play with people that maybe you don't know in your LGS. But if you can't, or you want, or whatever, it's also a good option to buy like 2, 3, or 4. Like if you have a commander pod already, buy in 4 and do like a mini draft and play against each other. Not everything in life is commander. That's also very nice. And you get the box, the die, as usual. It's only worth it as you think it is, because what you're getting here extra is just the die and the box, and I guess the code for Arena. But yeah, so nothing to write home about, but it's nice, and I guess a promo, but you get a nice jump start, I guess. And yeah, not bad. Let me know what you think down below about Bloomburrow, and if you think is going to be, or is it already, your favorite set of the year for Magic the Gathering. And if you don't play Magic the Gathering, but you play other games like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, maybe One Piece, Dragon Ball, I don't know, like those Bloomburrow catch your attention more than the normal edgy stuff, or like Assassin's Creed and so on. I don't know. I will be very interested to know your opinions. Let me know down below. And as usual, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all those cool kids, those cool kid things, those cool things. Well, the usual. Thank you very much, and see you next time on PAX and Recreation. Bye.